Yo, what's going on, guys? Mush back at it with another video, here to give you guys a heads up on a couple of great deals from our friends at Fanatical. One in particular on what's going to, I believe, end up being one of the biggest multiplayer games of the year. They do, in fact, have Arc Raiders discounted, and a pretty nice discount on that, given the game just came out and it is live right now. I'm sure it's doing great numbers. 184,000 concurrent players as I'm recording this video. But yes, this is one of the biggest multiplayer games of the year. Obviously, with a game like this, sustainability is the name of the game, but we will talk about that. That is discounted. A lot of other great deals available. Another pre-order, not going to be as big as Arc Raiders, but you guys know me. I'm a JRPG fiend, so I got to give that a mention. We got a great bundle and some other good deals available right now, so more on that at the end of this video. But first of all, Arc Raiders is 14% off for $34.39. You won't pay tax at Fanatical either. Link in the description box below. And like I said, there's a lot of interest in the game. It is going the route of the Helldivers 2 style of pricing, in that there's a base game for $39.99, deluxe edition for $59.99, and it is a live service game, so there are microtransactions. But the fact that the game is already at 200,000 concurrent players, very strong start for the game, and I'm sure that's only going to go up and up. Like, this is one of those games that I could see the peak coming a week after the release of the game, much like Helldivers 2. It really depends, the content creators talking about it, the buzz around the game. It's going to be an interesting one to observe, and I saw that they talked about, hey, we're releasing this game in between Black Ops 7 and Battlefield 6. I think Black Ops 7 isn't like a direct competitor that's going to hugely impact the game, but Battlefield 6, I do think, is a game that's going to impact the game a little bit. But sometimes, the reality is you just got to drop the game when it's ready to go. And the fact also remains that the game is doing very, very well, but we'll see how the game progresses and how it continues to evolve. Very positive reception on the game, 1,240 reviews, 89% positive would say that's a really, really strong start for the game. And again, extraction shooters aren't my cup of tea, but I have some interest in the game, and I probably will end up playing it. And I have a lot of friends that I would say are in between that casual and more hardcore gamer kind of standpoint, where they follow along with games and they're not up to date with everything going on. But whenever they bring up a game to me, I know that, okay, this game is hitting that more, not casuals per se, like it's not a Rockstar game or anything like that, or a big Call of Duty game or something like that, but definitely it has some awareness. And I have had people bring up Arc Raiders to me, and I'm like, okay, this game is definitely getting that attention. And it was obvious to see when you look at the concurrent player count numbers, some of the social media metrics that the game was pulling, and definitely some excitement around the game. We'll see where the game is at 3 months from now, 6 months from now, but if you are looking to jump into the game, you can get a discounted $34.39, 14% off. You'll get a Steam code. It'll redeem directly on there, so go check that out over at Fanatical. Great pickup there. Then next up, I gotta give me my JRPGs a shout. Tales of Xillia Remastered is 16% off for $33.59. Very excited for this. Tales of Xillia was one of the Tales of games that I grew up playing, and happy to see it get a remaster. I am still pining for Tales of Abyss to be brought back, and I would really hope for that game to get a full-on remake, because I just think that game, from the PS2 era, it's gonna be incredibly dated. I understand to an extent remastering games like the Xillias of the world, the Graces of the world, those are PS3 era games. Abyss, in my opinion, is a game that needs a ground-up remake. But Xillia is a great game, and a game that I really enjoyed from a narrative standpoint. I like the characters in the game. You do have two playable story as the main characters. You have Jude and Mila, but most people are just going to play through Jude's main story, and I think that's fine. But yeah, great JRPG. Happy to see it get remastered, and thankfully, they're keeping the pricing right. Like, that $39.99 price point I think is ideal. I mean, some people are going to even see that price point as too high, given that Xillia does have a direct sequel, and the direct sequel is going to be a separate remaster, so take that for what you will. I'm sure people would have just liked them to be bundled in one collection for one price point, but you know how Bandai Namco works, and it's not just Bandai Namco, gaming in general. They gotta monetize these games as long as they can, and if Xillia 2 comes out before the next mainline Tales of game, that would mean we got 4 Tales of remasters and ports before the next mainline Tales game, which is kind of insane. Like, brothers, can we get on to the next Tales of game? Happy to see Xillia. We're gonna get Xillia too, but at some point, Arise came out 4+ years ago at this point. I know we got Beyond the Dawn, but I want to see a new mainline Tales of game. I get that the game development cycle has exploded and games are longer than ever to develop for, but you know, I'm getting a little burned out of the remasters as much as I like the Tales of games, but nevertheless, Xillia, $33.59 on that. Alright, we got the Bethesda Legends Build Your Own Bundle, 2+ games at $3.50 a pop, 3+ at $3.33, and 5+ at $3 an item, which offers you some great deals because you can get Wolfenstein 2 The New Colossus, The Evil Within 2, Fallout New Vegas Ultimate Edition, awesome edition there, Doom 2016, Dishonored Death of the Outsider, Dishonored 2, Fallout 3 Game of the Year Edition, Dishonored Definitive Edition, Fallout Classic Collection, Rage 2, the best game of them all. Obviously, I'm joking there. Rage 2 is not very good. Oblivion, the original, Morrowind, Evil Within, Wolfenstein, The New Order, Rage 1, Wolfenstein Youngblood, Elder Scrolls Online, Quake 4, Quake, Wolfenstein The Old Blood, Quake 2, and Elder Scrolls Online. Really the best route to go. Like, some of the great options here. Evil Within 2, to get that for $3.50 if you're just getting 2 items, that's phenomenal. Wolfenstein 2 at $3.50 is great. Fallout New Vegas Ultimate Edition at $3.50. You kidding me? Especially, you know, with season 2 of the show coming out. New Vegas is one of the, screw, like, you know, even caring about the show. Like, it doesn't matter. Like, the show's really good, but even if you don't have any care in the world for the show, New Vegas is an all-time classic. Like, but the show coming out, you know, it coincides with it, so check that out. But, yeah, New Vegas is a phenomenal game. Doom 2016 is great. Dishonored Death of the Outsider and Dishonored 2, obviously great pickups there. Fallout 3 is great as well. Is a little bit janky on PC. You might have to, you know, tweak it a little bit to get it to work. And Fallout 3 reportedly is getting a remaster like Oblivion got, so hopefully that'll be out, I would imagine, 2028, 2029. I would not expect that anytime in the near future, and I would expect, like, Elder Scrolls 6 to come out before the Fallout 3 remaster, but we'll see about that. Dishonored 1, great pickup there, and some great options there for sure. Lastly, some other good deals. All of these are under $10, and we do have a Star Wars focus, a lot of Star Wars games discounted over at Fanatical, but Nobody Wants to Die is 75% off for $6.24. Really trippy, narrative-driven game with a great setting. It's a very short game, like, you know, 4 to 5 hours, 4 to 6 hours, around that range, but, you know, you're not paying the full $25 at this point. You're paying $6.24, which I think is a great pickup for Nobody Wants to Die. Thematically, it's great from a setting standpoint, set in a noir alternate future in New York City in 2329. Technology has advanced to offer humans eternal life, allowing consciousness to be stored in memory banks or transferred from one body to another. That is, if you can afford the subscription. So, $6.24 on that if you want an investigative mystery title. Narrative heavy, $6.24 on that. Good pickup there. Peak, 33% off for $5.35. One of the breakout successes of this entire year. I've got a lot of buddies that are super into it. Co-op climbing game, a lot of charm to it. You know, not really my thing to get into, but if you want to check it out, good discount on that. Then we got a bunch of Star Wars games discounted that I want to go over before we wrap this video up. Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic, 80% off for $1.99, a BioWare classic. Unfortunately, the game does not have controller support, which, you know, for me, I'm washed up these days. I need, or I like controller support. I did just beat Dragon Age Origins with keyboard and mouse, so, you know, trying to, you know, hunch over my back and use the keyboard and mouse, but I definitely prefer controller. But KOTOR is an iconic game, one of the greatest games of all time by many regards, and there is a remake in development. I really don't foresee that remake ever coming out, and if it does come out, probably will be a long ways away, but $1.99 for KOTOR, definitely a great pickup there. Star Wars The Force Unleashed 1 and 2 are discounted as well. Force Unleashed Ultimate Sith Edition, $3.99 on that, and then Force Unleashed 2 is $3.99. These are non-canon Star Wars games, but man, I played them back in the day, and I had a great time with them. You know, they're definitely older at this point, 17, 18 years old for these games, but they're worthwhile still to go through, and I just really enjoy a quality Star Wars game. Like, I'm not even into Star Wars as an IP from the standpoint of I've watched all the movies or whatnot. I watched the prequel trilogy and Rogue One. Those are literally the only movies I've watched, but Star Wars from a setting standpoint, like a sci-fi setting that's this well done, I feel like when you execute it in a quality game that's just at least pretty good, I get super into it. And Force Unleashed was a great time. So $3.99 on that, and Force Unleashed 2, $3.99, great pickups there. But that is gonna do it for me. A lot of great deals. Arc Raiders at the top of it, as that game just came out, so great deal on that. Tales of Xillia Remastered, Bethesda Bundle is fantastic. Nobody Wants to Die, Peak, Star Wars KOTOR, and Force Unleashed. Some great stuff across the board. Check out the links in the description box below. If you do pick anything up, I get an affiliate kickback, which is much appreciated. That'll do it for me. Your thoughts down below, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace out. Hey, what's going on, guys? Mush here again. Hope you enjoyed the video. As you guys might know, YouTube's notification system is sometimes a little bit wonky, even if you're subscribed to the channel. Maybe you're not abundantly aware that I uploaded a video. To remedy that situation, make sure you hit the bell notification button. This way, whenever I upload a new video, and I try to upload as consistently as possible, you will be notified directly of the upload, and you can watch it as soon as it goes live. I would really appreciate if you guys hit that button so you can stay up to date with all of the content I'm posting. But as always, guys, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace out.